Lexington, get loud and say it with me. This is Monster Jam.
Clear to move.
Here is your 2023 racing champion, all the way from Paris, Texas. He is Tristan England in JCB Digatron.
My personality is a perfect fit for this truck. We are a combination of talent and toughness. We are fearless. We are confident. We are one of a kind. We're not here to just compete. We're here to smash the competition.
Please welcome the all-new, courageous, and powerful 6-ton unicorn with a bold attitude from Lafayette, Louisiana, Kayla Blood, Sparkle Smash. Kentucky, are you ready for Monster Jam? Our first competition is JCB Racing. This is a timed racing competition where our drivers who are going to be battling out the clock. They're going to be using both front and rear steer to navigate the course, and the driver with the fastest time will be crowned your JCB Racing winner. Keep in mind that if our drivers hit the turn pod out of the perimeter, it will be a 5-second penalty. And of course, if the momentum drives out the turn pod, that will not be a 5-second penalty. All right, Lexington, who's ready for JCB Racing? We're going to kick things off here with our first competitor, Kayla Blood, Sparkle Smash. The staging lights are lit at the far end of our race lanes there for our drivers as we see 2 yellow lights, and we're going to go racing. .083 is the official time for Kayla Blood and Sparkle Smash. So she will set the tone for the rest of our field of competition with the 11.083 as we take a look at the super glue glued to the action replay. Kind of gets stuck there at the far end of the race, or excuse me, the last turn here of our racing track. Nonetheless, gets a 11.083. Our second driver up, it's Kurt Kramer, Hotsy. Again, those outside yellow lights means our drivers need to fire their engine and head to the starting line. When you see 2 yellow lights, it means they're staged and ready to go, and they'll be looking for that green light as Kurt Kramer and Hotsy head to the starting line. And you see an 11.375, but it will be a 16.375. He will be assessed a 5-second penalty. So that 11.375 turns into a 16.375 for Kurt Kramer and Hotsy. And there's the super glue glued to the action replay here up on the video board. So 11.083 still stands as the time to beat here in JCB Racing. We're going to get to meet our third competitor here in just a moment. Our next competitor up, it's Tristan England and JCB Digatron. He must beat a time of 11.083 in order to take the lead here in JCB Racing. He was our last night's racing winner, clocked in a time of 8.833 to take home his first 8 points. Will he be able to do it again? We will find out here in just a moment as the lights are lit there for him to go and head to the starting line. JCB Digatron. We're going to continue things on with our fourth competitor hitting the track. Please welcome Jamie Garner, Overboard. 9.833 is the time to beat for Jamie Garner and Overboard. This will be his first official race pass this weekend as he was having front steering pump issues yesterday night and had to head straight to his pit stall. Did not get an official time. For Jamie Garner and overboard. That will put him in the second spot. A great time there. JCB Digatron still with the time to beat 9.833. That is your still official time to beat there, and he still stays in the lead as we take a look at the JCB Racing Competition leaderboard. JCB Digatron up at the top spot, followed by Overboard, Sparkle Smash, and Hot Seat. We are halfway through here, our JCB Racing competition. Please welcome Kristen Anderson, Gravedigger. Our fifth driver here coming up here in JCB Racing. She will navigate the track, try to get a faster time than a 9.833, which is the time to beat here in racing competition. She's your new leader with the new fast time. Kristen Anderson and Gravedigger. She is retiring, helping retire the Gravedigger 35 chassis here this week, and this will be the last time you see this Monster Jam truck in action. It's being retired. Her older brother Adam Anderson won a World Finals championship in it. So make sure you take your pictures and your videos of that truck. The last time we will see it be ran ever in Monster Jam. Once again, we're going to get to meet our sixth competitor up to the line. It's Marco Raminator. A 10.917 for Mark Hall and Raminator. A great time there from the veteran himself. 37 years in this business for Mark Hall and Raminator. We take a look at the Super Glue glued to the action replay. That will be good enough to put him in the fourth spot here of JCB Racing. You can see the leaderboard up on the video board. JCB Racing leaderboard. Kristen Anderson and Gravedigger currently the time to beat 9.542. Tristan England and JCB Digatron gets shoved down to the second spot. Overboard in third. Raminator fourth. Sparkle Smash and Hotsy round out our six competitors. Please welcome Zach Garner, Wildside. Second to last competitor here of our JCB Racing competition. He clocks in a time of 10.250. a great time, but not enough to take the lead. And he will be, or excuse me, and Kristen Anderson and Gravedigger will still continue to be our time to beat. That drops him into the third spot there in our leaderboard, with Gravedigger still the time to beat and the leader here. With one more truck remaining, only one person stands in the way of her winning her first 8 points of the night and of the weekend. He is our last driver remaining. It's Armando Castro, El Toro Loco. He is the only one to stand in the way of Kristen Anderson and Gravedigger, collecting her first 8 points and the win. .625 for Armando Castro and El Toro Loco, which means your winner of JCB Racing, Kristen Anderson, Gravedigger. She collects her first 8 points this afternoon. Kristen Anderson and Gravedigger, your JCB Racing winner.
Let's hear it one more time for our racing winner, Kristen Anderson, Gravedigger. Wow, what a run. Retiring this chassis, man, it looks like you're off to a good start.
Yeah, you know, it always feels good to come out here and win the first competition. Being the JCB Racing winner means that I'm the fastest girl on the track right now, but that always feels great.
That I bet it does. And you have a few more three more competitions coming up. We have Two Wheel Skills Challenge. How are you feeling about it?
I'm feeling really good. You know, my brother's truck, that's Adam Anderson's truck right there. That thing is a world champion. It is a world racing champion. And so I know that truck can bring me all the way to the finish line. And of course, you know, there's some beautiful Gravedigger fans out here in Lexington, Kentucky. I got any Gravedigger fans that are in the crowd? That's right. Okay, hang on. How many ladies do I got in the crowd? Do I got any ladies in the crowd? All right. Well, you guys buckle up, because we're getting ready to show these boys what it really means to drive like a girl. So y'all hold on.
You heard her, Kristen Anderson, Gravedigger.
Huge congratulations to Kristen Anderson and Gravedigger, collecting her first 8 points of this afternoon, and that puts her in the top spot of the BKT over event leaderboard. And right behind her will be Armando Castro, El Toro Loco, followed by Jason Tron, Wildside, Overboard, Raminator, Sparkle Smash, and Hot Sea. Well, our second competition, like Kristen said, will be our Great Clips Two-Wheel Skills Challenge, and this will be the first time that you, the fans, will have an opportunity to get those scores locked in at judgeszone.com, and you're going to be looking for some combinations. You're going to be looking for different moves that Jabari or I will let you know of, and of course, you'll have 20 seconds to lock in that fan score. Our drivers will have 2 attempts to throw down their sickest tricks on just 2 wheels, so don't go anywhere. Great Clips Two-Wheel Skills Challenge is coming up next. You can see that Jamie Garner and Overboard is going back into our crash area. And that crash zone is something that you guys can't see, but what it does is, I'm getting word that it's some engine troubles there. So he's going back into the crash zone. There's a big hauler out there that has all the key components there that all of our technicians can use those components to help fix these Monster Jam trucks. And so he's going to go in the back. He's going to get looked at. His technician, Elvis Linez, of course, will be working on the truck along with the rest of those UNOH technicians as well, and hopefully he'll be able to get back into the competition. We'll give you an update, of course, on the status of Jamie Garner and Overboard in just a little bit. We want to give a big shout out to Company Wrench, our local JCB equipment provider for this weekend's Monster Jam. There, Tristan is flashing his lights, showing some love to Company Wrench, our local provider here in Lexington. And of course, we want to thank JCB, the official equipment provider of not only this weekend's Monster Jam, but all of our Monster Jams across the country and around the world. We want to give a big shout out to all of our sponsors as well. BKT, the official tire of Monster Jam for all your off-highway tire solution needs. Log on to bkt-tires.com. And we're going to get set to see those BKT tires do some amazing tricks as our second competition is coming up, the Great Clips 2-Wheel Skills Challenge. Again, this is where our drivers will have 2 attempts to throw down their sickest tricks on just 2 wheels. And you, the fans, will use judgeszone.com. And for more on that, let's throw it down to Jabari Thomas in the stands.
Yeah, that's right, Kay. Everybody here is going to help score these next competitions. I'm going to show you how to do that right now. You go to judgeszone.com on your cellular device, or you can scan this QR code right there. That will also take you to judgeszone.com. Once you get there, you're going to put in your city code. That code is LEX. LEX is your city code at judgeszone.com. Once you do that, you're going to see that BKT tire. You're going to slide that tire all the way up into the green to score the highest score, or you're going to move that BKT tire in the red to score low. And then you have 20 seconds after each driver finishes to lock in those scores. Again, judgeszone.com. Let's get ready for some more Monster Jam.
And it looks like I'm getting word that Jamie Garner and Overboard is fixed and ready to go. So he will be our first competitor here of our Great Clips 2-Wheel Skills Challenge. Let's make some noise for Jamie Garner, Overboard. Time to get those scores locked in at judgeszone.com. And we're going to take a look at the super glue. Glued to the action replay. A big sky wheelie there on the second attempt from Overboard. And you can hear that popping sound. Not sure if it's an engine issue or a transmission issue, but nonetheless, they're going to have to take it back out there get it hooked up and see what's wrong with it. Scores are locked in. Your first score is using judgeszone.com. Let's see that official score of 5.871 for Jamie Garner and Overboard. That will be the score to beat. That will be the score for all of our drivers to look at. We're going to talk a little bit right now about what's going on at Manchester, New Hampshire. Of course, like I said, they are having 3 great events. 2 were completed last night. This is their afternoon event, and you can see where they stand right now. JCB Racing winner was Tyler Meninga and Gravedigger, and the Great Clips 2-Wheel Skills Challenge. Tony Oaks and Thunder Roris takes the win there. So that's where they are right now. Of course, if you've got your smartphones right now, you can log on to YouTube and you can actually watch this competition unfold there live on YouTube, and of course watch ours right now as well. So that's the great thing about being live on YouTube. You can catch double dose of Monster Jam here, right here live, and of course they're in Manchester. We're going to go to the criteria just to remind you fans of what you're going to be needing to use or needing to watch there out on the track. We're going to let you know what you see. You might see some stoppies, poppers, wheelies, might see some different combination moves, some reverse poppers. Of course, remember our competitors have 2 attempts to throw down their best tricks, and you can use that QR code or you can log on to judgeszone.com.
Monster Jam fans, let's have a little fun here. All right, we're going to play something called the Helmet Shuffle. I need everybody's help right now, Lexington. This is how it's going to work. We're going to hide a trophy underneath one of these helmets, and we're going to shuffle it around, and you guys got to guess where it lands, okay? We're going to start in the middle. Once they're done shuffling and dancing around here. Ah, there we go. Okay, so here we go. Keep your eye on it. Can you pat your head and rub your stomach at the same time? All right. Which one do you think it landed under? I hear 2. I see 2. 2, 1. 1, 2, 3. Hey, why not? Let's go ahead and see which one it was actually under. Is it under 1? No. Okay, is it under number... Oh, it's not under 3. So I guess it's got to be under number 2. Look at that. Lexington has like 20/20 vision. Thank you so much for playing Helmet Shuffle. Let's get ready for some more Monster Jam.
We're going to get ready here in just a moment for our Great Clips 2-Wheel Skills Challenge. We're going to continue things on here in just a moment. And of course, don't forget to take those pictures and videos and use the hashtag Monster Jam. You might see your picture up on the video board. I see some pictures right now of this afternoon's pit party. Don't forget to use the hashtag Monster Jam and upload them to your favorite social media site. We're going to continue things moving along here. The Great Clips 2-Wheel Skills Challenge. She's your 2022 Arena Championship Series Central Champion, Kristen Anderson, Gravedigger. The reverse popper into the wheelie across the pod. One more attempt left.
Make some noise for Kristen Anderson in Gravedigger. Now's your chance to use judgeszone.com. Let's get in those scores. You have less than 20 seconds.
The second attempt, a popper, as you can see that on the super glue. Go to the action replay and brings it back down on the floor. 2 attempts are done there for Kristen Anderson and Gravedigger. And now we await your fan scores. The score to beat is a 5.871, and your score for Gravedigger is 8.753. She's your new leader. Two trucks down and 6 more to go here in the Great Clips 2-Wheel Skills Challenge. And 8.753 is the new score to beat, now set by Kristen Anderson and Gravedigger. Our third competitor ready to attack the track is Kayla Blood, Sparkle Smash. Well, let's hear it for Kayla Blood, Sparkle Smash. Time to get those scores locked in at judgeszone.com for Kayla Blood and Sparkle Smash. You can see the super glue glued to the action replay off the log stack. A popper, and then just a little too much right there. Leans over, not able to save it. A try though there at the save there on the ground. But nonetheless, you can get those scores in for that one attempt from Kayla Blood and Sparkle Smash. All right, scores are locked in. Your score to beat is an 8.753 from Gravedigger. And your score for Sparkle Smash is 6.979. So that's good enough for the second position. And Kristen Anderson and Gravedigger continues to hold the lead there. And there it is on our leaderboard. Up on the video board, Gravedigger currently in the top spot, followed by Sparkle Smash and then Overboard.
What's happening? I am in section 35. Tell everybody your name.
Hi.
Oh, nice to meet you. I got a really cool opportunity for you. Since I put you in the spotlight, you're going to have an opportunity to win a gift certificate to Texas Roadhouse. All you got to do is answer this question, and here it is. What are the Monster Jam truck bodies made out of? Is it A, steel, B, plastic, C, bubble gum, or D, fiberglass?
D, fiberglass.
She says it's D, fiberglass. Is she right? And she is right. $50 gift certificate to Texas Roadhouse. You're going to be hungry after this, I promise you. Everybody else in here is also a winner for that. Kay has more info.
Of course, everyone inside Rupp Arena is a winner. If you scan that QR code right now, you will receive a free appetizer courtesy of Texas Roadhouse. So big shout out to them. You can choose from a cactus blossom, fried pickles, tater skins, rattlesnake bites, or cheese fries. Once again, get those phones out right now and scan that QR code to receive a free appetizer courtesy of Texas Roadhouse.
I'm back. This time I'm here with Max, as in Max D, and he's going to help me introduce this next truck. Take it away.
Coming up next, he's your world racing champion, Zach Garner in Wildside.
Let's hear it for Zach Garner, Wildside. You could hear the transmission going there and the power shut off there, so they topples on top of his lid. You can see the super glue glued to the action replay. Just a loss of power right there. Moves and flips over there. Time to get those scores locked in for that one and only attempt from Zach Garner and Wildside. A couple more seconds left there at judgeszone.com. Time to get those scores in. The score to beat, 8.753 from Kristen Anderson and Gravedigger. Your score for Zach Garner and Wildside is a 3.704.
Oh, Monster Jam fans, I am back. I didn't go too far. I'm in section 3435. You guys having a great time so far? Okay, I got something we're going to do with the entire crowd, okay? This is called Finish the Lyric. We're going to do just what it says, okay? We're going to play a selection from the Backstreet Boys. How many people remember the Backstreet Boys? We're going to play a portion of this song. We're going to cut it out. Once we cut it out, I need everybody to sing the missing part. We got it? All right, DJ. Oh, yeah. Everybody my age is singing this. Everybody! Yeah! That is called Finish the Lyric. Ah, wasn't that lovely? Sound like a nice choir, the Lexington choir. Oh, thank you so much. That was Finish the Lyric. Now let's get ready for some more Monster Jam.
We're going to take a look at the leaderboard. Where we stand in the Great Clips Two-Wheel Skills Challenge. Kristen Anderson and Gravedigger continue to hold the lead with an 8.753. Kayla Blood and Sparkle Smash currently sitting in the second position. Jamie Gardner and Overboard sitting in third, while Wildside sits in the fourth spot. So that's where we stand right now here in the Great Clips Two-Wheel Skills Challenge. Make sure to join us next year, July 4th weekend, for Monster Jam World Finals 24. It's happening July 4th weekend of 2025 at the Rice-Eccles Stadium, and we're going to be crowning some world champions. You're going to see the biggest pit party you have ever witnessed. A lot of different surprises as well. We did a surprise at SoFi Stadium this year by unveiling the brand new Sparkle Smash Monster Jam truck, and that's happening in Salt Lake City, Utah. You can join us there for Monster Jam World Finals 24. You can log on to monsterjam.com for more information. Of course, as it unfolds, we'll let you know all the great things that are going to be happening that weekend. So 1 year from, let's see, next week actually, will be Monster Jam World Finals 24 happening at Rice-Eccles Stadium. Again, you can see on our red plastic, there's some QR codes there. If you didn't scan the QR code for your free appetizer, courtesy of Texas Roadhouse, you can do so there on those banners on the red plastic there. And a big shout out to our JCB equipment provider there, and Company Wrench, our local equipment provider of this weekend's Monster Jam here in Lexington. There that QR code is. As we're going to get to meet our next Monster Jam driver, he is your reigning 2024 World Finals Great Clips Skills Challenge World Champion. It is Armando Castro, El Toro Loco. Waving those back BKT tires, showing a lot of technical skill on top of the pod with the popper as well. One more attempt left for Armando Castro and El Toro Loco.
Make some noise for Armando Castro, El Toro Loco. 20 seconds to lock in those scores, judgeszone.com.
Two great attempts from Armando Castro and El Toro Loco. Popper attempts back into a wheelie across the entire track. You can take a look at that replay brought to you by the original Super Glue, and you can use that to get those scores locked in accurately and fairly. As we await that official score, the score to beat is Gravedigger 8.753. Your score for El Toro Loco is 9.493. He's now your new leader. El Toro Loco now is the new leader here in the Great Clips Two-Wheel Skills Challenge, and we have a few more drivers remaining here before you crown your very first competition winner using judgeszone.com. There we stand in the Great Clips Two-Wheel Skills Challenge leaderboard with El Toro Loco taking the top spot now. We're going to get ready for our sixth competitor, Kurt Kramer, Hot Seat. A popper attempt for Kurt Kramer, and Hotsy has one more attempt left. Let's hear it for Kurt Kramer, driving Hotsy. 2 popper attempts there for Kurt Kramer and Hotsy. And we're going to take a look at that replay there in just a moment. Up on the video board, scan the QR code. If you've not started scoring, you can do so at any time. This is the perfect time to get those scores locked in. And we await your official score now at judgeszone.com. Your scores are locked in. Take a look at the video board. Your score for Hotsy, 5.448. Our next driver up is Tristan England, JCB Digatron. A popper attempt there for JCB Digatron, but also sounding like there were some power issues there on the popper. You can see the confusion right now on the onboard camera from Tristan England trying to refire his Monster Jam truck. He's got the green light there from our staging lights. And it looks like he is broken. He is done. We will go straight to scores there for JCB Digatron. Get those scores locked in at judgeszone.com. You now have about 17 seconds left on the clock. You can use the QR code. You can go to judgeszone.com. You saw a little smoke there on the back. You can see our USHRA safety officials kind of taking a look there, looking at the engine and looking possibly at the transmission. I am getting word, though, there is potentially some electrical issues there, so we will get an update here at halftime. Scores are locked in. Let's take a look to see where you put JCB Digatron, 3.815 with one more truck remaining. It is all El Toro Loco and Armando Castro with a 9.493. And he is our current leader with only one truck left here in this competition. Kristen Anderson and Gravedigger currently in the second spot. Sparkle Smash in third. Overboard in fourth. Hotsy, JCB Digatron, and Wildside all rounding out our 7 competitors with one more driver remaining. And there's only one man standing in the way of Armando Castro and El Toro Loco taking home his first 8 points of this afternoon. Some work will have to be done there. Some diagnostics will have to be worked on with both JCB Digatron, Wildside, and Overboard. So he will go back into his pit stall here out on the track. And we will have our last competitor coming up here in just a moment. A big shout out to Company Wrench, again, our local provider here at Monster Jam. And our local equipment provider, providing all of our JCB equipment here. Company Wrench, a big shout out to them. And our last driver coming up, it is Mark Hall, Raminator. A reverse popper from Mark Hall and Raminator. One more attempt left. Looks like there's some truck issues there with Mark Hall and Raminator. He lost power. He's trying to refire right now. The signal from our USHRI safety officials to refire has been given to Mark Hall and Raminator. And it looks like no power still here from Mark Hall. And he is done. You can go to scores right now at judgeszone.com for Mark Hall and Raminator. Our last truck here. It's a good sign there, looks like, for El Toro Loco here, who is our score to be with a 9.493, with just a few seconds remaining here. And we see the reverse popper, and then the end of the run for Raminator. Scores are locked in. Let's take a look at the video board. Your score for Raminator, a 4.420, which means the winner of your Great Clips Two-Wheel Skills Challenge, it's Armando Castro, El Toro Loco.
No, Armando Castro, El Toro Loco. Man, how did that feel, huh?
It felt great. You know, I knew how to bring my A game. Like I said, man, being a defending world finals champion, the two-wheel skills. There's a big target on my back, so I got to come out here and try my best. But yeah, I can see, I really don't think the fans know how hard it is to do these tricks. I mean, these trucks weigh 12,000 pounds. They have 1,500 horsepower. You have all that power behind that gas pedal. So you got to come out here and just, you know, run your own race, stay cool, calm, collected. As you guys can see, I'm not sure if they put the camera on, but I'm very, very focused on where the truck's at. But man, what did you guys think about the two-wheel skills? You guys enjoy that, Lexington?
Couple more competitions when we come back from halftime, including Monster Jam Donuts. How do you feel about getting dizzy?
Man, I love getting dizzy, man. I love having that bull chases don't tell, man. It's one of my favorite competitions. You know, growing up as a kid, I used to watching donuts, man. I used to get buck wild, and now that I'm doing it, I can give enjoyment to the fans, man. Like I said, it started right here for me. I can't thank you guys enough. I know I have confidence all these guys behind the scenes, these technicians, are going to get these trucks right for the next competition coming up. But man, keep getting loud, baby. A todos mis Latinos, everybody watching back home, let's get a mucho. This is YouTube Live, baby. Make some noise if you're having a good time on Monster Jam.
Armando Castro, El Toro Loco.
A big shout out to all of our winners here in the first half, but right now it's halftime. Be sure to head up to the concourse, grab your official Monster Jam merchandise, and meet us right back here for the second half of action. Awaiting the arrival of Hotzi. It will be El Toro Loco and Hotzi currently. Our first competitor up, it's Armando Castro, El Toro Loco.
Let's hear it for Armando Castro, El Toro Loco. 20 seconds to lock in those scores at judgeszone.com, Lexington.
A little cool inside cab look there while he was doing his Monster Jam Donuts. Great speed, great revolutions, and now it is up to you to decide the fate of El Toro Loco. Scores are about to be locked in. Let's keep your eyes locked to the video board. Your score for El Toro Loco, a great score, 8.172. We're going to move right along with our next competitor, Kurt Kramer, Hotzi.
Hotsy. 20 seconds to lock in those scores. JudgesZone.com.
Some nice revolutions there from Hotsy and Kurt Kramer on the Super Glue Glued to the Action replay. Don't forget to use that replay to lock in your fan scores accurately and fairly, of course. And the score to beat, 8.172 from El Toro Loco. Your score for Hotsy getting tabulated right now. It's coming up on the video board, 7.431. Two good scores and two great starts here from our Monster Jam drivers as we await the approach of our next two competitors. Our third driver coming up, it's Mark Hall, Raminator.
Let's hear it for Mark Hall in Raminator. You guys got 20 seconds to lock in those scores. It's up to you.
Great speed, lots of revolutions, some clean donuts from Mark Hall and Raminator. And now it is time to let us know what you think about that attempt. The score to beat, 8.172, El Toro Loco. Scores are locked in. Let's take a look at the video board. Your score for Raminator is 8.763. He's now your new leader. Our next driver up, Kayla Blood, Sparkle Smash.
Make some noise for Kayla Blood, Sparkle Smash. You guys got 20 seconds to lock in those scores at JudgesZone.com.
Getting dizzy out on the track. Kayla Blood, Sparkle Smash, awaiting your scores right now. Will this be enough to put her in the lead and take the lead away from Mark Hall and Raminator, or will he continue to hold this lead here in the donut competition? We are close to finding out. Scores are locked. Let's see that score. 8.609, a good score, but puts her in the second spot. We have two drivers remaining here. You can see where we stand right now in our donut competition. This is our leaderboard, Raminator, 8.763. He is the score to beat, followed by Kayla Blood and Sparkle Smash, 8.609. Armando Castro, El Toro Loco, 8.172. And Kurt Kramer and Hotsy with a 7.431. Two drivers remaining left before you crown your next winner of this event. Next up, we got Kristen Anderson, Grave Digger.
Let's hear it for Kristen Anderson in Grave Digger. Lexington is up to you to cast those scores. JudgesZone.com.
Great speed there, great revolutions from Kristen Anderson in Grave Digger. Will it be enough to take the top spot? Let's see those scores here at JudgesZone.com. Scores are in. Your score to beat 8.763. Raminator, your score for Grave Digger 9.230. She's now your new leader. One truck remains here, and it is Zach Garner, Wild Side.
That was Zach Garner in Wild Side. Make some noise. 20 seconds to lock in those scores at JudgesZone.com.
No steering wheel was used in the making of those donuts as you take a look at the replay. All right, only one person stands in the way of Kristen Anderson and Grave Digger, and that is Zach Garner. Will it be enough? Will you make him the winner, or will it be Grave Digger? Scores are in. Your score for Wild Side, 8.660, which means the winner of Monster Jam Donuts, Kristen Anderson, Grave Digger.
Oh boy, Kristen Anderson in Grave Digger. Wow, you said this evening would be yours. How did that feel?
Oh, man, it feels really amazing to come out here and do so well in this truck, man. You guys have no idea how much history my family has with the state of Kentucky. My dad has been competing in this sport and in this state since the 1980s. When you guys were kids watching Grave Digger, you were watching my dad, Dennis Anderson. So it feels really good to come out here and carry on my dad's legacy and grab a couple more wins for Grave Digger 35 on its retirement tour today. So thank you all.
So, as we've heard earlier, you're retiring the chassis today. This is the last time that this truck will run. Wow, one more competition. How do you feel?
I'm feeling really good, Jabari. You know, and most of the time I say that I'm going to come out here and I'm going to drive like Dennis Anderson. I'm going to drive like my dad. My dad is the guy that created Grave Digger, and he also invented the freestyle competition. But I think today I'm going to come out here and I'm going to drive like my big brother, Adam Anderson. And I hope that I can get that freestyle win. I hope I can put Grave Digger 35 on top of that pod and hold that trophy, because it's going to be for Adam Anderson today. So y'all make some noise, because my favorite competition is coming up, and I know it's your favorite. It's Monster Jam Freestyle. Who's ready for some freestyle?
All right, a huge congratulations to Kristen Anderson and Grave Digger, collecting her second 8 points of this afternoon, and that now puts her at the top spot here in the BKT overall event leaderboard with 23 points. Followed down there with 19 points is Armando Castro and El Toro Loco, and they were battling it out all season long there. And so Our next driver right behind them with 13 points, Mark Hall and Raminator. 13 points then shared as well by Caleb Blood and Sparkle Smash. We've got Zach Gardner and Wildside. And of course, Jamie Gardner and Tristan England not able to compete here in the second half of Monster Jam. We've got Kurt Kramer there at the 7th spot there with 8 points. So that is your BKT overall event leaderboard. Going into our very last competition, which is Monster Jam Freestyle. This is where our drivers will have 60 seconds to throw down their greatest freestyle run possible. And you, the fans, of course, will use judgeszone.com. You need to be looking for big air, momentum, flow, of course, some great technical moves and tricks as well. And you will let us know who the winner will be, and you'll also help us crown our overall event champion. And freestyle is coming up in just a moment.
Hey, Lexington! It's time for you, the fans, to get Monster Jam Freestyle started. Everybody take out your phones, let's shine those lights, and we are gonna follow the beat. Here we go. Up, down, up. Keep it going, everybody. We've reached the pinnacle of today's event. This is Monster Jam Freestyle! Let's hear it for Caleb Blood in Sparkle Smash. 20 seconds to lock in those scores at judgeszone.com.
She is kicking things off here in our freestyle competition. And make sure you use the super glue glued to the action replay, because it is essentially a highlight package of the 60-second run and all the great moves that each and every one of our competitors do out on the track. So take a look at that video board, of course, when you see that replay. Scores are in. Let's see that score. 7.119 for Caleb Blood and Sparkle Smash. We've got our next competitor up here in Monster Jam Freestyle. It's Mark Hall, Raminator. The clock is paused at 56 seconds. And I was talking to Kurt Kramer, driver of Hot Seat, earlier during the halftime. He said that they're battling some electrical issues. So hopefully he can just get that truck refired. There he goes.
Make some noise for Mark Hall, Raminator. You guys got 20 seconds. Locking those scores. You know where to go. JudgesZone.com.
All right, he's our second competitor here of Monster Jam Freestyle. And we can see the replay on the video board right now. Great momentum there from our veteran driver of 37 years, Mark Hall, Raminator. All right, scores are in. Let's see that score. We've got ourselves a new leader with a 7.321. Mark Hall now is the new score to be with a 7.321. And he now takes the top spot. We have a couple more trucks left, of course, here in Monster Jam Freestyle. Our next driver up, it's Kristen Anderson, Gravedigger.
Let's hear it for Kristen Anderson in Gravedigger. 20 seconds, JudgesZone.com. Let's see those scores.
A powerful run there from Kristen Anderson and Gravedigger. Time to see those scores get locked in at JudgesZone.com. This is the last time we will see this chassis being run. And your scores are locked. Your score to beat, 7.321 from Raminator. Lexington, your score for Gravedigger is 9.334, your new leader. So Kristen Anderson and Gravedigger is now the new score to beat with a great score, 9.334. That puts her in the top spot as we are halfway through our Monster Jam freestyle competition. Up next, we've got Kurt Kramer, Hot Seat.
Let's hear it for Kurt Kramer in Hot Seat. 20 seconds. Let's lock in those scores at judgeszone.com.
Looks like a broken sway bar there from Hot Seat on the Super Glue Glued to the Action replay there. Get those scores locked in for Kurt Kramer and Hot Seat. 9.334 is the score to beat from Kristen Anderson and Gravedigger. And your scores are locked in. Keep your eyes locked to the video board. And there it is, a 6.287. We have two more drivers remaining here before you crown our freestyle winner and an overall event champion. Kristen Anderson and Gravedigger currently the score to beat, 9.334. We've got Raminator, Sparkle Smash, and Hot Seat rounding out our four. Remember, JCB, Digatron, and Overboard will not be competing in this freestyle competition. Our next driver up is Armando Castro, El Toro Loco. Let's hear it for Armando Castro, El Toro Loco. Our second to last competitor here of Monster Jam Freestyle. And we needed you to get those scores locked in here as we are waiting to see if he will take the lead away from Kristen Anderson and Gravediggers. Your scores are locked in. The score to beat, 9.334 from Kristen Anderson and Gravedigger. Let's take a look at the video board. Your score for El Toro Loco, 8.738. Still in the lead is Gravedigger.
What's going on, Lexington, Kentucky? Your final competitor in Monster Jam Freestyle, your 2024 JCB Racing World Champion, Zach Garner Wildside!
Let's hear it for Zach Garner in Wild Side. 20 seconds to lock in those scores. JudgesZone.com.
What a freestyle by Zach Garner. Wild Side, getting wild out on the track. Some of the biggest air I've seen in a long time in an arena, and great save there at the final end of his run. Will it be enough to make him sweep the freestyle competition this weekend? He was your winner last night of freestyle. Scores are locked in. Let's take a look at the video board. A 9.221. That means your freestyle winner is Kristen Anderson, Gravedigger. Was it enough, though, for your overall event champion? Let's take a look at the video board. If you calculate it up, 8 points in JCB Racing, 7 points in the Great Clips Two-Wheel Skills Challenge, 8 in Monster Jam Freestyle for a total of 31 points. Your overall event champion is Kristen Anderson, Gravedigger. She retires her brother Adam Anderson's Gravedigger 35 Monster Jam chassis with an overall event championship right here for the final time. Lexington, let's hear it for Kristen Anderson, Gravedigger.
Here is your overall event champion, Kristen Anderson, Gravedigger. Wow, you did it. Last night in this chassis, you made it. You made history right here in Lexington. How did it feel to come out on top?
Oh man, it feels amazing to be standing here holding this trophy right now. You know, it's been a couple weeks since I held a trophy like this, and it feels even better that I get to do it in my big brother's truck, you know, and it's amazing that I get to do it here in Lexington, Kentucky. This trophy I always dedicate to all of the Gravedigger fans, and most importantly, all of the little girls and all the ladies that are sitting in the stands. I'm out here representing you girls, you little girls and you ladies too, you know, so it always feels really good to hold this trophy for y'all. But I think today I'm going to dedicate this trophy to my big brother, Adam Anderson, and, you know, his insane career that he's had for almost or over 20 years now, you know. And Adam Anderson, he's our senior Gravedigger driver, and he picked up where my dad left off, you know. We all look up to him, and I know that I think us as little siblings, we get on Adam's nerves sometimes because we follow him around, we want to be just like him and everything, but Adam, that's never going to change, buddy. It doesn't matter if you're the oldest guy on the track, you're still the baddest guy and the baddest bone in history, man. And this trophy is for you, and I think it's really cool that I got to retire your truck for you. So now I can officially say that Gravedigger 35 gets to rest in peace. Thank you, Lexington. We love you.
Your overall event champion, Kristen Anderson, Gravedigger.
Well, congratulations to Kristen Anderson and Gravedigger, of course, retiring the chassis of Gravedigger 35 and, of course, capturing the overall event championship. Tristan, not the weekend that you wanted, but hey, you get to close it out with me here for the final time in Lexington.
I know it, and I know Adam's sitting at home with Luke and Wade, and they just watched that, and what an amazing thing. What a testament, especially all the ladies out there. They don't take it easy on us, but man, tough luck for us. I can't wait to get out to London to see all you amazing Monster Jam fans, anybody that's watching on YouTube, but from Lexington, Kentucky, thank you guys so much. It's been an amazing weekend.
All right, for Jabari Thomas and Tristan England, I'm Kay Young. We hope you had fun. We hope to see you at our next Monster Jam.
Thank you, Lexington.